Well, we have arrived in South Wales at Vanology yet again. Now, there's loads going on, but we'll get into that in a minute. First of all, Charlie has made dinner. We've literally just got here, and look at that. Look at that.
Thank you very much.
You've driven a long way to see us. Of course I'm going to help you eat.
So, we're going to tuck into this, then we'll get into what's going on, why we're here, and why you should be here.
Man, good.
Right, we've had our tea, and now I can tell you what's going on. So, there's going to be quite a lot going on, because Paul has brought his van down to Stu, because Stu just doesn't build vans, he does work on vans. So keep that in mind when you need things doing. Now, all inside of Paul's van was all black. He basically wanted it sprucing up a bit. Paul is full time in the van, so he thought, right, come down to Stu, have all the kitchen redone, and that is what they're in the middle of now. So I will take you in. Oh, one of our dogs is in here. You alright, Raven? What are you doing? Just hanging around in Mr. Paul's van, yes? Right, okay. Come on, out you go. So, Paul did go to Blue Fix last year and have all his electric sorted. And then now, Stu has made all the carcasses for the kitchen, and that is going to be all done and all spruced up and sorted out. So that's getting done right now, and as you can see, all his cupboards, they were all black, and he kind of made it really dark in here. So what they've decided is they're going for a matte grey cupboard. Now, it will literally just make the van pop with the colours. I'll show you. So that's the colours that they've gone for, and as you can see, it's a nice contrast between the black and the grey. That was started off this morning, ripped out, new carcass in and done, all CNC'd, cut out. So now they're basically working on the worktop, but that doesn't stop. It doesn't stop there. So while Paul's here, he's got a brand new nice heater to fit, and also an engine preheater as well. So we'll have to be getting onto them in a minute, because there's too much work going on, and it'll probably be tomorrow by the time we start opening boxes and we get to it. So these two are literally just working out where to put the hob, which has nearly killed Paul half a dozen times because he leaves things on.
So I need to put an R60 radius, it's an internal radius, on the inside of this square edge here, because it's a curve on the inside of the cutout for the hob. So an R60 means 60 mil, 6 centimeters. So you can see here I've already drawn one in. You've got to do a cross section on it. So what you do, you've got your point and your pencil. They are exactly 6 centimeters or 60 mil apart. You put your point on where the two lines meet, and then you do a mark on the one side and a mark on the other side. So you can see I've marked it there and there. You then put your point on the new marker and go out towards the middle of the board. Do a little arc. Do the same over here, making sure your point is in, and do another little mark, and you'll see I've created an X. Now if I put my pointer on that X, check, it hits the line there nicely, and it hits the line there nicely. One R60 radius coming up.
And that, my friends, is how it's done.
Now, you might want to rewind that, watch it a few times, and when you're putting your kitchen or you're doing your gas worktop or your sink in your van, rewatch that, because taking a larger.
Taking a larger.
I love this. The sunken sink.
Sunken sink. Don't tell them what sink it is, because they'll all go out of stock and I won't be able to get older any for myself.
Right, okay. And then, yeah, Paul did have these, and now they've been changed for them, which are the same board as this. And it just brightens it up.
Yeah, he's gone for a bit of two-tone up there, and it actually works quite nice, I think.
Yeah. Are we edging them, or are they staying like that?
No, that's how we do them. We varnish the edge. So you'll notice a lot of converters have reverted back to this. They're getting rid of, you know, like your iron-ons,
because it falls off.
It gets your chips.
Yeah.
And then you can use the T-trim, but a van full of T-trim doesn't look particularly great either. Like little bits of it, like here, is nice and it serves a purpose.
We've got loads of T-trim in our van.
Says it all really, doesn't it?
And we've also got to then pull some cables through to the back for another fuse box. And we're going to be connecting it to the Lynx Power 1000, which is that. That's the Lynx Power 1000 that Bluefix fitted for them. So we're going to be connecting it to that. And yeah, get that cable through the back, because we've got a fuse board. No, we haven't. We've got a fuse box, which is that one there, and we are going to fit it on here somewhere. Not sure where, but we've got the cables through here, which we've got plenty of them. So we're going to pull them through. We'll connect them this side first, then we'll connect them down there into the buzz bar. Right, let's get on with this. Then we've we've got so much work to do. Right, so we got the back fuse box on there, the live and the negative is on, and we've just pulled the cables through so we can connect them up to the Lynx. Stuart's wandering around looking for something to do.
Pretending to do something.
Been working all day, that lad has. Right. Paul is literally in the depths of it there. About to blow himself up. Alright, so we'll turn the lecky off, we'll get the pos and the nerve connected to that, and then we'll be back with you. Right, there we go, that's one fuse box in. These leads are connected up to it, and the shroom are connected up to it, so he's only got two going in, but he's got the options of a load more.
Right, so while Neil is busy with Mr. Paul and everyone else doing loads of jobs, I also have loads of jobs to do. So the whole place is getting a spruce up, so just so the van's nice and fresh and clean. And I've also spotted another little issue that we've got. If I go into the fridge and freezer, our little freezer compartment has frozen up, and I think it's because I've had too much food in the fridge. So everything's going to come out of there and I'm going to defrost that. Now I'm cracking on with the freezer in the fridge, but what I'm also going to do is empty the fridge out as well and give all that a clean. I'm going to check the dates on everything. If I've got anything that's out of date, it's going in the bin, which I shouldn't have, because I've been shopping a lot less recently. I've been doing a lot of can I feed the two of us for 20 quid a week type stuff lately, and it's been going alright, to be fair. I'm going to take the door off the freezer, and then if you see in there, it's all proper iced up, and then underneath there as well, so I'm going to have to literally properly defrost it. Here we go again. Right, so I've got everything out. That's quite a lot of ice, to be fair. It's even gone up the top, which has been pushing the freezer door out. So I'm gonna boil a kettle, get some hot water in there, and start tackling the issue, really. Don't know what else to say. That's minging. But when you are constantly on the move, you don't always notice these things, and I haven't used anything from the freezer for a while. So it was only the other day when I made some overnight oats with some frozen berries in that I actually noticed this. So time to crack on, get it done. Right, while I've been waiting for the kettle to boil, I've actually gone in and got a load of the ice off that I could with my hand. The problem with that is I always end up with loads of it on the floor. So if I mean, I've been collecting it in a bowl, and I'll scoop it into a bowl, but my hands get really cold. If anyone has any better ideas of how to do this without switching the fridge off and without soaking the floor of the van, please let me know, because I have this issue every single time, and yeah, it's just a nightmare. Right, so I've got my boiling hot water in there. Hopefully that's going to do its thing whilst I clean the lower fridge. And you know, I said I didn't have much food to throw away. I was wrong, and I hate that. I had a fair bit, just a few little bits and bobs that I didn't know were right at the back of the shelf. So, let's get them binned. And now I'm going to clean the inside of the fridge, because that's pretty minging too. So, also, as a side note, is anyone else really satisfied when a big, massive chunk of ice falls off all at once when they're defrosting the freezer, or is it just me? Am I that sad? Yeah. So, getting there slowly. As you can see, a big chunk's just come off from underneath. I need to get some more hot water now and get back in there. But I'm getting there. Right, it's been 6,000 years, 4 days and 35 hours and 22 minutes. I am currently nearly there. I'm not one to over exaggerate, but if the Titanic was still around, we had enough ice in there to sink her again. Not gonna lie, it was like ridiculous. So I'm still getting the last few bits of it out now, but it has given me a chance to get in here and clean in all these little grooves. I still need to do that, but we've got a nice white fridge again. If anyone thinks that living in a van is easy and simple, it's genuinely not. I'm not just talking about the fridge, I'm talking about, you've got things that we do on a daily basis, like go and find water. We clean in here every single day, not the fridge, but we've got 4 dogs, so we clean every single day, and we make sure that we're cleaning. Sometimes it's twice a day, so you're cleaning more in a van than you would in a house. So the deep cleaning stuff like this, it gets neglected, because you're cleaning everywhere else 2 or 3 times sometimes. So having a moment to do this is great, but oh my god, that's just one pile of ice. I've gone through 4 of these from that little freezer because it had all set down into there to make it. See, there's still little bits there which I'm just in the process of getting out now. But yeah, it's not easy. So if people think that living full time in a van is not easy, it's not hard work, you're wrong. Is it better for us than living in a house? Yeah, because we had the whole house to clean. We had the bills that were coming out of our eyeballs. We had a landlord that wasn't fixing the house. We were having to do that as well, so that was an extra expense. Until the point where we got to where we were like, no, why are we paying for this when we pay you rent? But yeah, it's not as easy as everyone thinks. You're always on the go doing something, so don't think it's just all plain sailing. And don't think that we're dirty mingers either, because we do clean every day. It's just the deep clean, because we're cleaning so much every day on the other stuff, the deep cleans get neglected. So that's why when we come and see friends, and say if Neil's busy helping, as he is, he's helping our friend Paul do jobs and stuff like that, so I then get a chance to deep clean. Right, some of you are going to think I'm absolutely mental, but I had a few little bits I couldn't get rid of, so trusty Dyson's come out. Yeah, I know, I'm a bit mental, but I wanted all the ice out so we can have fresh ice and start again. Right, now that that's done, food fits in there now, so I'm just going to pop the front back on. Right, and the freezer is done. Now I just need to crack on with the fridge, and hey presto, I've cleaned my fridge, got everything back in there, added declutter, so now my floor's minging. So now I'm going to have to do the floor as well. Right, so now that everything's away and the fridge and freezer are cleaned, I had a few little bits in the fridge and freezer that I didn't want to put back in. I'm just going to quickly throw together some overnight oats for Neil for in the morning. So I've got a mason jar, some oats, got half cup measure. I've got some semi-frozen Black Forest fruits that I'm going to use up, and some milk. And I'm just going to throw it all in there. So I've literally got my half cup of oats that I'm going to messily throw in there. As well as that, I'm just going to add half a cup of milk in there as well. Let's not make the mess we made before. I'm going to have to clean that, it's going to do my head in. And I'm going to add in some natural Greek yogurt. I've not got a lot of it, but it just makes it a little bit creamier. And I'm using it up to get it out of the fridge. Now for a little bit of added sweetness, I'm just going to put some honey in there. And then, if she can, I'm just gonna utilise all those summer fruits on the top. That's gonna go in the fridge with the lid on. And then you can give that a good old stir, and that will be delicious in the morning for him. You can already see all the colours going through. Pop that in the fridge. There we go. My very sparse fridge. I don't have to worry about feeding him. Good, innit?
Well, we're back on Portsmouth and it's all go today. Oh, everyone's here. It's Monday. Everyone's working hard. And we've got holes to put in the van because Paul has fit the snorkel. Oh, yes. So, get the snorkel on. It's going right there. Got the kit down there. And it's the kit off Temu as well, or AliExpress. Can't remember. But that's going on. Let's get it on. There's the template for cutting the big hole for the snorkel. Now we get to cut the dirty big hole. Marked up, time for the big holes. No going back now, is there? So there we go, one double skinned hole. So now I'm not going to put them two in yet for the riv nuts because we need to mount it on there, and there might be a tiny little bit of movement in it because we've got to get the mounting bracket on the top there. So if we put them in now, it moves a little bit, then they're going to be out and it's going to be an absolute nightmare. So if you are doing one of these, leave them till last. Right, holes in and it has been primed up. Next thing, put your bracket on there first, then once your bracket's on, get your snorkel in and then mark the bracket while the snorkel is on and attached. So you only need to mark one of the corners. That way you know that it's all going to be straight and it's all going to be in the best position. On you. Right, the pipe is in, snorkel is mounted, needs tightened up on the top. Next thing, we have to get this stupid pipe off because that is the whole entirety of the air intake on a Sprinter. It literally goes into that little point there. So if that ever gets blocked with snow or leaves or crap, then your engine is being starved of oxygen. So, right, let's whip this off and go from there. There we go. Ta-da! Another piece that will connect from there and go around to here and connect to that bit with a big piece of metal. That boy there. Done. Up. Look at that. Looking lovely. So, right, that's that in. One job done. Now we've got 2 more jobs.
I can pick you up.